I'm Paul Turpin. I'm a Green Party member and a tree campaigner. In the future, when I'm telling stories to my grandchildren, I don't want to be telling them about how green our streets used to be. I want to be telling them that I did a show at the City Hall with Jarvis Cocker. And they'll be able to see how green the streets are. Some people only see the tree outside the house that makes the car dirty. Some people see a city vista that's as green or greener than any city in Europe. And they think, yeah, it's just a few trees. Some people don't know how many trees we've lost. Nearly 6,000. If you were to stack all of those trees up here, the pile would be as high as that cenotaph. It would be as wide as that cenotaph is tall. It would be as deep as that cenotaph is tall. Some people don't know that we could lose half of our street trees. That's 17,500. That pile would dwarf the City Hall. Some people still don't know that Amy and the council are planning on getting rid of 80% of our roadside shrubs, just so they can save money on the contract. Seems some changes to the contract are not a problem. This local Sheffield Labour Party has given our street trees to Amy. They have deferred democracy to Amy. They have handed our sovereignty to Amy. They have made a decision to cut down 17,500 trees to reduce costs and increase profits for shareholders. That decision is not going to plan. I want us to make the decisions about our city that will be best for us and our environment. I want our trees, our streets in public ownership. I want us to have a council that puts our needs and interests front and centre of every decision they make. The use of security, the ludicrous, heavy-handed presence of police, unequal treatment of protesters by police is not acceptable. Over 70 people paid to cut down one tree. When it takes so much to do so little, alarm bells should be ringing in the town hall. When so many normally law-abiding citizens are willfully breaking the law, alarm bells should be ringing in the town hall. But instead, they dig in, protecting their lives, protecting their contracts, protecting the profits of this private multinational company. A few years ago, a drunken teenager was given 250 hours community service for desecrating this war memorial here. But our councillors are planning on desecrating 23 war memorials on Western Road. Desecrating war memorials in Freshville. Desecrating war memorials in Meersbrook. They don't have the excuse of being a drunken teenager to hide behind. Although it does make you think, seeing some of the decisions that come through those doors. I'm in the Green Party because I care about people, so naturally I care about the environment. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink. Any party centred on people would make the environment their #1 concern. There's no money in the Green Party, and if you have ambitions to be rich and powerful, it's not the party for you. Green Party councillors are called by their conscience to stand for election. We listen to and represent the people. We don't tell the people what they want. Greens stand up for social justice, fairness, equity, compassion, valuing people in the environment. We speak truth to power. We challenge secrecy and lies. We call for openness, transparency and accountability. sharing power and in parties working together for the common good, instead of pointlessly fighting all the time. And we're mischievous. We love to be a thorn in the side of the establishment. Groups like Our City and Love Sheffield see the democratic deficit in our city. They campaign for greater democracy and they see the necessity to break Labour's stranglehold on power. The Sheffield City Council and Amy have misled the public, and they're continuing to do so, insisting that 17,500 trees is not a target. Brian Lodge is expecting us to believe the words "shall replace" mean the same as "up to." Let me send a message to Brian. Brian, you are up to your neck in it. And we shall replace you. Thank you.
I was also asked to publicise a campaign now that's going to gather pace across Europe called Trees in Need. So if you see the hashtag Trees in Need, it'll be alongside Save Sheff Trees. I managed to do talks in Euston Square in London for HS2, anti-HS2, and I wish to give a round of applause for an artist who did a fantastic painting there, who's known to lots of you here. So give a round of applause, please, for Dan Llewellyn Hall. Dan has done just fantastic work in raising the profile, along with Sarah and Keith and Starts and Annette, and too many to mention. Nikki B, before I went, sent me a present. This t-shirt has been around Europe. It's been pretty sweaty at one rock band whose lead singer wore it for the whole concert. So Sheffield Trees is known around Europe, around the world. Chatting there with Natalie Bennett about democracy. The Europeans, especially Eastern Europeans, I think some of them were in shock when I showed them films of what has gone on here with the police and what has gone on with the security company, pushing older ladies around with fences, pinning them up against walls. No arrests for that, no justice for that. They were shocked. Democracy has gone out the window in Sheffield, and the European people, it was hard for them to take it all in, to be honest. It's hard for me to take it in, it's hard for you as well. I did a talk in Riga Square in Brussels, where there's a whole park full of trees to come down for a metro station. I did a talk in Budapest, where they want to cut 2,000 trees down in one park. They've got 6,000 trees in the park. Just happens to be the number of trees nearly that's been cut down here. This is the worst case of urban tree destruction on the planet. One of the flags there is the Spanish flag. The Spanish people were very apologetic, very ashamed that their company, Ferrovial, is part of this, is making profit from your loss, from the natural assets of this beautiful city that is being wiped out. And those people, I keep saying it now for the last year, some of those people in that town hall will be in jail in a few years' time. Yes. I just want to talk briefly about tree protection and the lack of it in this country, and the tree industry. Now, there are some NGOs who've stood up, Trees for Cities, Woodland Trust, but too many of the tree industry, my fellow people, I'm not a professional tree person, actually I'm an engineer, but trees is what I do. Too many have not stood up to the plate and said exactly what needed saying, and I'm a bit ashamed about that, but it's their call. I can't make people comment, but I know privately they feel the same as we do. Okay, I'm going to finish off. When I first came here, I went back over the Snake Pass, back to Shropshire on the border with Wales, and some words came into my head, and they're still relevant today. The tree felling in this city is random, it's indiscriminate. The council are out of their depth with the contract. They really, really are out of their depth. And to cap it all, you have egos and reputations in that town hall that are preventing sensible debate and sensible discussion with you people, with STAG, with SORT. There are members of SORT here from the original campaign. And egos and reputations are now stalling this progress in this city. Okay, I'm going to finish off by mentioning a few more names. You've got Dan Llewellyn Hall, you've got Sean Harding from Tree Spec, Moray Simpson, Jeremy Barrow, Christopher Neelan. These are all tree professionals who've come to your, I wouldn't say rescue because it's not won yet, but you will win. I'm going to leave it on that. You will win, we will win, and we will take the next speaker. You might know this guy, Jarvis Cocker, everybody!
Hello. I'm not normally up at this time. I was playing a concert last night, so forgive me if my thought processes are a little bit slow. I think, you know, the fact that you're all here is a big positive thing to start off with. I was driving into town today, and of course as soon as you start thinking about this, you notice the trees all around you. Whereas maybe before all this started, you just walked around, you know, they're there, they're part of the furniture. So you don't appreciate it. So the fact that people are now aware of it and are aware of this situation is positive. I do think it's a situation that requires communication between the two sides of it. You know what I mean? I think that's what's got people's backs up, is the fact that, you know, somebody's sawing down a tree at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like, that's a little bit surreptitious. You're obviously not that convinced that what you're doing is right. And I can't give you any kind of facts and figures and stuff like that, but when I was thinking about it, I was talking to a friend, and the situation reminded me of a story that he told me once about a bloke that he used to work with. And somebody was complaining that they had toothache, and this bloke said, "Hey, just have them all out, just have dentures fitted. You'll have less trouble then. You know, you won't be messing about then." And this seems to be what they're thinking of here, like, well, trees are it's a bit of a ball ache to kind of deal with them and prune them and sort them out, so let's chop them all down and then we'll have had done with it. So, exactly, so, think of that man walking around with his toothless mouth and how stupid that seems as an idea. I think that's what this idea to cut down so many trees in Sheffield is like. Okay, if one is rotten and it's causing you a lot of pain, yeah, maybe it has to go. But that doesn't mean all the trees, or as I say, half the trees. So, I salute you. For coming out in this, I guess, nice weather for trees. And when I got up this morning, I was thinking, oh, do I really have to go and talk to that? But it's great, and it's made me feel very proud of Sheffield. I don't spend that, you know, as much time as I used to in Sheffield, but I'm saluting you.
Thank you everybody for coming out today and for bringing the family and for making this a carnival atmosphere and blowing everybody away with this families coming out. It's absolutely amazing. We started Shaft about a year ago because we wanted to reach just normal people across Sheffield. We could see what was happening with the campaign and the protest, and how the council was getting dug in deeper to their bunker mentality, and we really didn't feel that this was a protest situation. We didn't feel like we were part of a minority. And thank you today for showing that we are not part of a minority. We say that Shaft is Sheffield, and we've gone through with Stag, and we've supported the people that are out there. The strong leaders in our city are actually standing under those trees, trying to protect them as a last resort. Now, I'm not going to be here putting facts and statistics. You can find all of that through Stag and through Shaft's public page. But what I will say is I found out recently that in Sheffield, only 4 out of 10 people actually place their vote in local elections. Out of those 4, 2 of them are voting Labour, because they've always voted Labour. The families voted Labour, the friends voted Labour, this is a Labour city. 1 of the 4 is voting Green. 1 of the 4 is voting Liberals. I'm in the other 6. I'm number 6. But I'm trapped, I'm a prisoner with everybody else of this lousy system. And what we want to do is we want to bring communities back together across Sheffield. This is a perfect example of a community. And communities can change the world. And we're going to take the negative, horrible situation we are now in Sheffield against this tribal organisation that occupies our council. We're going to take that injustice and we're going to connect the other 6, the rest of Sheffield, the families, the people who care about our city, who love Sheffield. We're going to bring those people together and we're going to plug them in to people like Paul Turpin, people who actually listen and care about their communities and want to be champions for their communities. We don't care who the political party is. We care about the candidate. We care about the quality of the candidate and what they will do for their residents, for their communities. And we're going to bring them together using social media, using Facebook. If you take note of looksheffield.net, you find on their forums where you'll find nice, good people who are just coming together to inform themselves and to do good things in our city. And that's what we want to do from this, is take this darkness, get rid of the darkness and show the world that we don't have to be a laughing stock. Sheffield doesn't have to be a laughing stock. Sheffield can lead the world in communities and doing positive things, starting with saving our trees.